Hello BookTube, welcome back to my 2026 library tour. In this episode, I'm going to begin the final section of the manga part of my library tour. This section is the right-hand side of a large 6-shelf bookcase that is divided in two, so it's effectively 12 shelves. I'm going to be doing 2 shelves today, which is where I have my fairy tale collection. Fairy Tale by Hiro Mishima is my favorite manga series. Fairy Tale is set in a fantasy world called Earthland. There is, in the Kingdom of Fury, a wizarding guild called Fairy Tale, which is infamous for the antics of its members. And no member of Fairy Tale is as infamous as Natsu Dragneel, the fire dragon slayer. Natsu travels around the Kingdom of Fury with his exceed companion Happy, looking for Igneel, the fire dragon slayer who is Natsu's adoptive father. At the beginning of the series, Natsu and Happy have come to the city of Hargian to follow up rumors on Igneel. There they meet a young celestial spirit mage, or celestial spirit wizard, named Lucy Heartfilia, who is in town looking for celestial spirit keys. They have an adventure together, and Natsu invites Lucy to join him in Fairy Tale, which she gladly accepts. Together, Natsu, Happy, and Lucy form the core of what becomes an ensemble cast that will also include Grey Vulbuster, Natsu's frenemy, who is an ice make wizard, although he later becomes an ice demon slayer, and Urza Scarlet, the strongest woman in the guild, who has the ability to transform her clothing into powered suits of armor. Later in the series, they are joined by a wind dragon slayer named Wendy, or a sky dragon slayer named Wendy, and her exceed companion Carla. Other members of the guild also join this team as the story arc needs them. So this is Volume 1. Volume 2. Volume 3, this is Urza, and this is Grey. Volume 4. Volume 5. Volume 6, with most of the guild pictured here. Volume 7. Volume 8. Volume 9. Volume 10. Volume 11. Volume 12. Volume 13, with some more members of the guild, including Gajiel and Juvia, who were antagonists during the Phantom Lord arc, but have since joined Fairy Tale. Also joining them are Laxus and the Raijenshu, who are his bodyguards, groupies, friends. Volume 14. Volume 15. Volume 16, this young woman here is Wendy, and this is Carla. Other members are from Blue Pegasus and Lamia Scale, who are other wizarding guilds. This is volume 16. Oh no, this is volume 17, excuse me, with the Oresian Seis on the cover, who are the major antagonists of that particular storyline. Volume 18. Volume 19. Volume 20. Volume 21. This is set in Aedelus, and this is the Royal Guards and King of Aedelus. Volume 22. Volume 23 with Fairy Tale's Dragon Slayers assembled to fight a mecha dragon. Volume 24. Volume 25. Volume 26 with the Seven Kin of Purgatory on the cover. They are members of Grimoire Heart, another dark wizarding guild like the Oresian Seis. Volume 27. Volume 28. Volume 29. Volume 30. So Fairy Tale, like a lot of other manga series, has a major time skip. However, unlike with other series where this denotes a second part of the series, Fairy Tale just chugs along. This is volume 31. The cover models here are Sting and Rogue, who are aces of the Wizarding Guild Sabretooth. They also are Dragon Slayers, and so they have Exceed companions, Lecter and Frosh. Volume 32. Volume 33. Volume 34. Volume 35. Volume 36. Volume 37. Volume 38. Volume 39. Volume 40. Volume 41. Volume 42. Volume 43. Volume 44. Volume 45. Volume 46. Volume 47. Volume 48, Volume 49, Volume 50, Volume 51, with two of the final antagonists on the cover, Volume 52, Volume 53, Volume 54, Volume 55, Volume 56, Volume 57, Volume 58, with Zareth and the Spriggan 12, his Quirky and Mini Boss Squad. Volume 59, Volume 60, Volume 61, Volume 62, and the final volume, 63, with the entirety of Fairy Tale on the cover. So, Fairy Tale is one of those series that are open-ended. Even though in volume 63 the series ended, the end of the series sees Natsu and his friends Lucy, Happy, Carla, Wendy, Urza, and Gray going on a new adventure, which is the subject of the sequel series, 100 Years Quest, which is right there. So, and effectively, that could have actually just been Fairy Tale 6, Volume 64 and beyond, but Mishima decided to end Fairy Tale proper in Volume 63. So tomorrow I will move on to the other series of Hiro Mishimas that I have completed, as well as another series. So I'll do 2 series tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I will finish off my manga tour with 2 more series. And then I will probably take Thursday and Friday off to rearrange both my science fiction and fantasy collection as well as my manga collection, because I'm not entirely happy with this bookcase here, or this one here. So anyway, BookTube, that's something I will talk about later. So until I see you for the next installment of the manga part of my 2026 library tour, thank you and have a great day.